Okay, so there are 3 palettes. There's the Bear palette, the Flare palette, and the Dare palette. So the Dare palette here is quite rustic looking. So each palette comes with 8 different eyeshadow colours and a double-ended brush. I like the double-ended brushes a lot. I usually just take these out of the palettes and use them anyway because it's easier using one brush with 2 ends than just grabbing one brush then grabbing the other one. And so on this end it's got the E20, which I like to use just around my eyelash line, and on the other is the E45, which is good for blending. But basically the colours right here, I'll show you guys, like I'll get a little bit and show you guys what the colours look like. I won't do all of the colours, but ooh, I don't think I did that right. So excuse the very bright light, but you can kind of see the colours there. The dark colours I think have a better pigment than the light colours. Like I'll show you guys Chase, which is this very light pink colour. Like you get some on and pat it on, and unfortunately the light colours don't have a very bright pigmentation. Like they don't stand out very well, but that could be because they've got light skin and they just blend in. But if you are using the light colours, I would definitely recommend using an eyeshadow base just so they stand out a lot better. But I really like the colours. So this is that palette, and the Flare palette is this one right here, and once again they're completely different eyeshadows. And then the brush here is the E55 and the E40 on the other end, and the E40 is actually this brush right here, and I use this brush all the time for applying like blending and stuff like that, so this is a great brush I think. Once again the same thing with this colour as well. The dark ones have a lot more pigmentation than the light ones. I'll show you and then I'll get to that one, and I'll do it on my hand this time. As you can see, they are quite pigmented, the bright colours, but light ones do blend in a little bit too much that you can't actually see that you're wearing eyeshadow. So this one here is the Bear colour, and it's my favourite one because I absolutely love this colour right here. So I'll just show you guys what it looks like. It's a sparkly black. It's absolutely beautiful. Look at that. So this is my favourite palette, and it comes with the E30 on this end and the E25 on this end as well. So these colours, once again, same thing. Darkers kind of stand out more than the light ones because the light ones do tend to just be a little bit too light, or they just don't have very much pigmentation in them. So I think I don't like about these eyeshadows is that they are a bit powdery and they do make a mess easily. Like you touch one, and I had to clean this palette before I show you guys, but you touch one and like it's just, you get like little powdery stuff and it just makes a mess pretty easily. Another thing I don't necessarily like, oh, and they all have mirrors on the other end. But another thing I don't necessarily like is I think the packaging is very bulky for 8 eyeshadows and a brush. These are more of a stay-at-home eyeshadow palette than those of like that you throw in your bag, because you can't really throw this in your bag subtly and smoothly. So yeah, you can probably see all the eyeshadow that's on the front already because they do get very messy. But I just don't like the packaging. I think it's far too thick and bulky for 8 eyeshadows. Really like the brushes they come with. They are really handy. I like having the double-ended, but the groove that they sit in, I'll show you guys in the packaging once again, the groove that they sit in right here, it's a bit too deep for the brushes, so when you do grab the brushes you kind of have to like tip the palette to get them out. So I don't like that about them. So these cost $35, which I actually think is pretty okay for the quality, because apart from the fact that some of the light colours aren't as pigmented, they're actually very good eyeshadows and they do turn up well and they're nice to use, apart from the powdery fact, but you just have to use an eyeshadow base. But they come on nicely, they blend in really well as well, so they're actually pretty good quality. So these are all 3 of the palettes here, and I'll be giving 2 of them away to one lucky subscriber. All you have to do is leave a comment below telling me your 2 favourite palettes out of the Flare, Dare and Bear palettes, the ones I've just shown you. So the Flare one is this bright palette here. The Dare one is the rusty kind of one. And the Bear is probably my favourite, this one right here. So So just tell me which 2 palettes are your favourite in the comment box below. And you have to be a subscriber, and you also have to like this video and set it to your favourites. So now I'm just going to get on to the brushes. So Sigma has come out with some new brushes as well, and I want to show you guys. I thought this was so cool. So this is a new face brush they have right here, and it's kind of a dome shape. It's called the Tampered Kabuki F86, and it goes with their collection right here that I've done a review on ages ago. So it's the final piece to that collection, so there's 4 of those brushes. But then they also came out with this little mini kit right here, which is just basically miniatures of these Precision Flat, which is F80, which is just that. How cute is that? It's like a baby. And then there's the Precision Angled brush. So it's like, this is not working there. You can see it on the dark background. And then there's little dome shaped one, the Precision Tampered. And then there is this one, which is a Precision Round brush. Right there. So they've got all these, which I think are super cute. So the Tampered Kabuki brush, this one here, I like to use it with like a cream concealer, not concealer, foundation, like this one. So you just dab it on, and then you can just easily, let's see if this lighting wants to work. So you can easily just blend it in, and you can get into the hard to reach places and blend really easily, like around here. And because it's got a little point at the end right there, you can get right into the cracks of your nose, and it gives a really nice finish. So I really like this brush. The baby brushes right here. These baby brushes here basically can do the same thing as these big brushes, but they get into those hard to reach places. So let's say I like this one. I think this one looks cool. It's a little stubby one, and it's the Precision Flat. So you can just like kind of stipple, I guess. Apart from, it's going to take a while if you do this for your whole face. So I think if you just get like a little bit of foundation and on like a blemish or anything, you can just like put it on, and it gives a really nice coverage. So I like using this one for concealer. I like this one here for applying like a highlight and even sometimes blending. Or if you want to apply like a cream blush and you don't want to apply like heaps and heaps of it, so you just want to do it very lightly, this one works good because you can just like pat it into the apples of your cheeks as well. So this one here is the Precision Round, this one there. I like using this one around my eye, like applying a light layer of concealer or foundation, because it blends out really nicely, and it also is very gentle, so it's not like tugging or anything like that. And the product doesn't really absorb into the bristles, so you can actually use your products. It's not like when you get like a mountain of product and put something in it and then most of the product goes into the brush. This one actually lets you use your product. Then there's the mini one of these ones. Once again, it's great for getting around like hard to reach places like your nose, and just blending out in general, like around the corners of your face and stuff, and on blemishes as well. So I really like these brushes. Also, I just want to show you guys, these are the old brushes here. These are new ones, and they're shiny. They don't tend to shed a lot at all. Like I know the Sigma fluffy brush, this one right here, still sheds a little bit when I use it, but these brushes don't shed at all, nearly. I'll also be giving a $50 gift certificate to Sigma to one lucky subscriber, and a $20 gift certificate to Sigma to another lucky subscriber. All you gotta do is just leave a comment below telling me what you would like to get with that gift voucher. So if you want to get the palettes, you can write a comment for that. And if you also want to go for the running for the gift voucher, you can also leave that in the same comment. Just remember, 1 comment per person, so you can't leave a comment for this on a day and then add a comment for the gift voucher on the same day. Just add them in as 1 comment, otherwise YouTube gets antsy-pantsy with me and won't let me view all the comments. And it will be drawn on the 1st of November Aussie time. Hope you guys enjoyed this review, and good luck to everyone who enters, and I'll see you guys soon.